Daylight, my MVVs, welcome.
Mystery deepens as Ooni of Ife wept uncontrollably upon confirming firsthand from the ancient sword that charms are keeping Queen Naomi in prison. Now, what this means is that the entire time that they were talking to the Ooni of Ife about what has been going on with Olori Naomi, he never truly believed it. He thought that it was one of those things that, over time, they will, do investigation and find out that she is not like directly responsible for the passing of those children and let Queen Naomi go. Oni truly may never have believed that there was more to this case than meets the eyes. And right now, he has seen it firsthand. They said what happened was that a lot of things started happening inside the palace. You don't know that it's a traditional community. And everything, they have their code of conduct traditionally. And there are things they are to do and things they are not supposed to do. But they said so many times, every time that Ooni of Ife has gone out of what is expected of him, things turned upside down in the palace. And they said that is exactly where they are right now. Now, most times when people do videos, you hear others say, okay, I saw him celebrating this, I saw him celebrating that. No matter how the country turns around, does the president not go for his event and do the things he's needed to do? They have expectation. People expect them to be doing their work, and whatever happens will happen, and at the end they will go back and take care of it. That's exactly what the monarch is doing. The monarch has a responsibility to his people to do his work, to do what he is called to do. So when you see him out there, he's doing what he's called to do. He is a monarch, and that is why when there are challenges, it doesn't mean that you draw back or you step back. You do what you are supposed to do. Meanwhile, they said that right now, with the kinds of things that are happening in the palace, mysterious things going up and down in the palace, the monarch was forced to, bring out his ancient sword. And usually, depending on the situation where you're calling for the help from the ancient sword, you have to, if it's a help that has to do with the community or, those kinds of help, not just family alone, you have to get 1, 2, or 3 elders to sit with you while you invoke. They say the sword is in a box, and depending on what you are calling the sword for, you will invoke. The box will open itself, and that is why nobody can go there and steal it. The box will open itself, and the ancient sword will come out. And they say the ancient sword is a deity on its own, like has so much powers that the ancient sword can see everything, can state the things that have happened, can work. If you send the ancient sword on an errand in split seconds, it delivers like almost immediately. And so right now, as we are hearing what's going on, if the information is true, they said the Ooni of Ife had to call 4 elders whom he trusts and knows that they are highly on his side, okay? These are elders who will do everything within their power to protect the throne of the Odua. And these elders, most of them are from the Gise ruling house. Ooni of Ife had to call them to come. They said they had to invoke the ancient sword to come out. And they did. And it was from the ancient sword that the Ooni of Ife began to believe that indeed something is wrong. That charms, as in fact, the charms that are holding Olori Naomi. As a matter of fact, they said the ancient sword told them that there are charms that are sworn to hold her for 17 years. There's another one that is sworn to hold her for 7 years. There's another one that is sworn to hold her for 11 years. There's another one that is sworn to hold her forever. Different charms from different people. Now, when you see the decisions that people are making from outside here, physically, that the spiritual controls the physical, okay? And with that kind of disposition where Olori Naomi is right now, you and I know that Naomi is just one woman. She may be a very strong woman of God, but one thing that happens to a person, a person, when you are under that kind of situation, you find out that you become very, very weak. Even though from the feelers we are getting, from the Agodi prison. People are saying that she is still very strong. She is still praising her God. She is still praying and all of that. That is different from when she first got into the prison. But then again, you know that people need to stand up. And that is why each time I come here, I say, stand up for Olori Naomi. Please, let's continue to pray. We need intercessory prayer, okay? People need to be praying for Olori Naomi. This is a battle that she cannot just get up and fight by herself. She needs you, she needs me, she needs each and everybody. Because what you're seeing that is manifesting in the physical now has already been finished and established in the spiritual. And that is why we get confused. Everybody is looking, like the more you look, the less you say. Look at what took Queen Naomi to Ibadan. Look at, she went there to do good and all of that, and this happened. A lot of mysteries have come out. Some people say they pushed tree over those children, and a lot of them, so many spiritual interpretation as to what is going on with Olori Naomi. That was why the other day I did a video. I said Naomi is battling with, wrestling with spiritual wickedness in high places, manipulations and all of that. And because they said Kabiyesi did not believe from the very beginning with the way things are happening in the palace now, made this man to go and summon the ancient sword, and the ancient sword has come out, and the ancient sword has spoken and confirmed that, look, as a matter of fact, when people were saying it's charm, this charm, they said no, that the man is saying there's one that is sworn to keep her for 17 years, there's one that is sworn to keep her for 7 years, there's another one that is sworn to keep her for 11 years, there's another one that is sworn to keep her there forever. 4 different charms that have been sworn, like, commissioned to do their work and hold her captive there forever, because they feel like if she is there, there will be no need to begin to compete for the love of the Ooni of Ife. And, all of these things that they said, the Ooni of Ife is under some kind of, constraint and all of that. They said they confirmed everything. And, now the battle is what are they going to do? So they said they have asked, they have done what they are supposed to do. That day when they brought out the ancient sword, it was to find out exactly what is going on, that they have seen firsthand what is going on, okay? And now they are going to invoke it again to find out what the solution is, what they can do. And they said they have asked the ancient sword, if there's anything they can do. Yes, they said there are a lot of things that could be done, but of course, they have to invoke it again and go for that section to find out what is it that can be done to make things different, to give Naomi, a soft landing, and also to put all the curses and everything that all of these other people have invoked. Now, who are the people doing this? What level of wickedness is this? Is what I do not know. I have never ever seen this before. I do know that, yes, so when it comes to polygamy and royalty, there's always this clash of, interest and all of that. But I never ever saw this type coming. The stories are just really, really, sad, okay? It makes me very sad. But meanwhile, do not forget that the following content is based on rumor and speculation found online. It's not been verified and should not be seen as fact except you verify it yourself, okay? So this is the battle that Olori Naomi is facing. Olori Naomi is going through so much right now. And, people should continue to pray for her. Yesterday, look at what happened. The Oyo State had a legal counsel that came and stood against Queen Naomi's bail. What will keeping Queen Naomi in prison do? Like, what value is it going to bring? Queen Naomi is supposed to even be out here going from one home to the other, showing empathy, showing love and all of that. Because I do know that everybody knows that it was an accident. It was not a deliberate attempt or a deliberate act to hurt anyone. Queen Naomi never ever meant to hurt anyone. This is exactly what we heard is going on. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget, these are all alleged, rumored and speculated information making the rounds on social media.